Online at party1019.com. This is New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019, a Nexus radio station.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Outside the Booth, where we talk to DJs about their life and experiences. I go by the name of DJ Commish alongside the lovely BX.
Hey now.
Hey.
Mr. 212.
Brr, what?
DJ Knuckles himself is here.
Yes, sir.
I'm still wearing my St. John's because
Yes.
Ha ha!
Big
I give it up.
East champion.
you know,
I give it to you.
Go
we
Johnnies.
we feeling our way right now.
Yes,
We feeling
we
our
are.
way.
I don't want you to think I was hating. I came to see you over at your club. We was watching the game, watching your boys can play, man.
Yeah, they can.
They ain't no luck. Them boys is rocking.
No, let me
doing
tell y'all
all right.
something. One of the players used to play with my son Jaden. Simeon is a beast.
Yeah. Sim.
Simeon was a beast since he was on PSA Cardinals. So shout out to the Johnny. Shout out to you, Simeon, for holding it down.
Shout out to his pops too, because I had a great conversation with him at one of the games.
Oh, yeah?
definitely,
Wow,
yeah.
let's
One
get
of
it.
the games that you didn't tell me about. That you
Here
were
we go.
going to?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Listen,
Fellow
this is-
Johnny.
This is Johnny B.
Yo,
right here.
he
Y'all figure it out
always
later.
goes to the game. He was like, oh, yeah, I went to that game. I said, I thought you said you was going to call me when you get tickets. Oh, I forgot. But you know what? It's not about
We'll
it's not
figure it out.
about
We'll
me.
figure it out.
It's not about me. Maybe next year. It's not about me.
Yeah, let
definitely be next year.
Let
We'll figure it out.
Commish live right now. His Red Boys is walking right now.
So I want to thank y'all for watching us on YouTube,
Yes.
Twitch, and listening to us on Commish Radio and Party 101.9
Commish Radio.
FM. Make sure you follow us, like us, review us, subscribe to us, give us 5 stars.
And if you don't, you're just hating.
I'm just hating, man.
Show us some love.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. But we do have a guest here today.
Special guest.
We do?
And this guy right here is
This guy.
we call each other brother all the time. Like in the earlier part of our careers, people always used to say that we look like each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we do, but we always call each other brother. And another guy who's been most of my career, at least 20 years.
I knew
At
it.
least.
I knew
Right?
it.
At least.
I knew the 20.
It's close.
Yeah, see?
I knew the
It's pretty close.
Did you not know the 20 was coming?
I knew it wasn't in the teens.
I knew.
I knew it wasn't in the teens.
Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, my homie,
Yes.
DJ Reg West is
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Give it up for Reg West.
Y'all didn't see it, but Reg West walked in here with a huge
Duffel bag.
which
Straight-
means I like, bro, you look like you just came off the road. Like,
He had that travel bag with the custom made clothes in it that you don't check. You don't check. It's a certain pair of sneakers in there.
Yes.
They gotta go back to the
They
stores.
got-
Yes. Yes.
Congrats on the safe flight. Everything
Yes.
going
Yes.
on. You
Yes.
made it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
These
Reg,
planes are
man,
dropping crazy.
what we first asked everyone is, it's like a 2-part question, but the first question we ask is, how did you get your name?
Oh, my name. So my first DJ name was Reggie Reg, and I made it up myself. I'm like, but then I saw that someone else had it, so I just moved along. Like, what can I do? What can I do? So I just used my name and just shortened it. So my full name is Reginald. So it just turned into Reg, and West is just short for
My last name.
Yeah. So,
Oh, nice.
and that's it.
Nice.
Easy breezy.
Nice.
And how
So-
long have you had that name?
23 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did not know about Reggie Reg.
Well,
I didn't.
That's before you knew me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold
That
you.
was like first flyer teen party in somebody's basement. Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was jealous of that, yo. Y'all was able to use your name as a DJ. My name sucks as a DJ. So I had to wait for somebody else to hit me up.
We love Knuckles. We love
Here we go.
Knuckles.
I told you. Here you go.
We
Here we
love
go.
Knuckles.
The
And the
rubbings.
Knuckles.
Ron,
the
stay with us.
Knuckles-
Stay with us,
the
Reg.
Knuckles are not. The Knuckles are not ashy.
You see?
Yeah?
I got lotion in the bag too.
Come on. Why would you join in that?
My bad.
No, but I love you. I love the name. I
Yeah,
love
no
the
doubt.
Name.
Thank you.
And looking at you, and you've been to over 20 countries in your career.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it was about 20 that
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
reading up on you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
traveled the world.
Yeah.
Are all of those all gigs?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get into it, but I've been with a lot of artists over the years, so I've been fortunate to see things and go places I'd never heard of. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Right.
they're like, we're going where? Moldova. Where's Moldova? I don't know.
Where is it?
It's next to Russia. It was
Okay.
it was part of the USSR originally back in the day, but then everything happened and it's there. So when they fight and they shoot stuff over Moldova.
Exactly. Yeah.
How beautiful is it there, though?
It was nice.
I bet.
It's a nice place. It's
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what's up. When did you get started? Like, how did you get? What even got you into music to begin with?
Okay. I'll try to give the short version. So I grew up in Queens. I'm from Queens. I moved to Long Island. In Queens, my brothers were part of my oldest brother. Was part of like that first line in Queens of music. So like the Park Jams, he was the sound man for all of the Park Jams.
Oh wow.
What was his name?
Tape Master B. So Southside
You know
Queens.
him?
Yes.
Okay.
So Southside Queens, Tape Master B, JT, Grandmaster Vic, DeWitt, that was his crew. So any park jam that happened, he would plug up his speakers to the light pole and party. My parents would go out. Sometimes he would have to watch me. So my brother is 14 years older than me. So I'm like 9 in the park at like 11 o'clock at night.
Partying.
Right.
Watching
Watching it go
History.
down.
go down. Right.
History being created.
Right. So
Yeah, I do.
Especially at that time.
So I didn't really, I just thought it was normal back then. You know what I mean? But like fast forward, I'm like 10, 11. My dad had a club. He had a club in Queens where like I watched performances. Like I saw Sam and Dave perform. I seen Millie Jackson perform. I seen Bobby Bland perform. And then fast forward to like just being in high school, like music was just everything. So I would always walk around with my headphones. So one of my homegirls tapped me. She's like, yo, I got a friend of mine who's starting to DJ. Like, why don't you guys get together? I see you always have your headphones on. You love music. Why don't y'all just get together and like vibe and see what happens? And that was the spark of it.
Dope.
Wow, that's dope.
Wow.
I had girls
You
tell
was
me
in
on my
what-
show
how old
when
were
they
you
told me to
then?
move over.
High school was when I started DJing. Like probably like 16, yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you get, so where did you get, because you went to a specific school for college.
Yes.
So that's where how did you even get to that?
Okay, so
What school is this? Because he said it like it's like G14
Like, is he
classified.
gonna-
He gonna get to it.
So I went to Five Towns College for music.
Oh, okay.
It's out in Long Island.
My nephew is a student there
Very
right
cool.
now.
Right.
Very cool.
My nephew goes to Five Towns
See?
right now.
Very cool.
That's who
So
does our editing.
Okay. See? I like that.
So yeah, Five Towns is a music-based school. But to be honest with you, Five Towns was it was a default choice. To be honest with you, like I wanted to go to CW Post for broadcasting, but I just couldn't afford it. But Five Towns was close to my house, and they had programs at the time. They were running ads on Hot 97, like come and learn how to be an engineer and learn about music. And then literally, I don't remember, like literally like 98 was a transition from analog to digital. So like we're learning about how to cut tape and like splice and like do editing and like literally like 6 months later.
It was gone.
Pro Tools, everybody. We're learning together.
Wow.
The professors and us. We're
Wow.
learning Pro Tools together.
So you're one of the originators of Pro Tools then.
Yeah, and I sucked
Yeah.
at it. But yeah,
But you got it now.
I'm proficient. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
proficient.
That's
Yeah.
good.
What's crazy? The part that tickled my bone is most of us DJs we got into it via either somebody else was doing it, we just hung around them. We got the music in us, but it had to be something that pulled out. You knew what you wanted to do because you were picking the school you were going to. Like, I want to go there for this. You know what I mean? Most of us just took a test to get to high school, but the DJ and the music stuff created outside the school. So you knowing where you went. That's
Big
dope.
difference. Like
That's
I went to
awesome.
St. John's.
Exactly.
I didn't know what I was doing when I was walking in the door.
Exactly.
He knew exactly where he
Man.
wanted to be and what he wanted
And
to
you
do.
did it.
It was music, but I didn't know exactly where I wanted to land. DJing was just a hustle to make money at the time. Like my dad had an auto repair shop. I was working at the auto repair shop in the morning. I was DJing at night. I had a gig at the sneaker store. Like so, DJing was just the hustle. I didn't really want. I honestly wanted to do like executive work. I wanted to be like
In the suits
like the
somewhere.
Clives
Yeah.
and Puffs and like.
okay.
But I started making good money DJing. So I'm like, let's just focus on this, and I never found my way out of it.
You do look like you would have been an AR. That you would have gave me records. You would have gave me records. You look,
it's very
you look
true,
nice.
very
Look nice.
It's very true.
You look nice.
It's very
Then
true.
now, some A&Rs go. Nah, we ain't got it. I see a bunch of envelopes on the floor. They holding up a commish name on it, S&S name on it.
Really? You was stealing stuff?
Nah, it wasn't him. The A&Rs would hold the records for certain
No, that's
DJs.
facts.
That's facts.
You was
You
one
know
of the
what I mean?
favorite DJs.
You had to earn that though. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can get into that too. You had,
Yeah.
you had to earn that
Yeah.
that at Vinyl Fridays. You had to
Yeah.
earn,
Oh
Yeah.
Lord,
you had to
Jesus.
earn your way in, boy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
eventually did. But that's dope how you set your life. You really was setting your life. And did you realize that's what you was doing, or you just?
I would honestly, Knuckles, I was just moving along like at like day to day because, like I said, like I wanted to be the A&R, I wanted to be the executive, but music, the DJ portion of it just kept advancing at such a like solid pace that I didn't know like any other direction, and this is where we went to.
so advancing how? So like, what was your first gig? Do you remember your first gig?
My first gig, yes, it was a teen night. And like I said, it was a teen night in this basement, dirty, dungy, like spot in Long Island. So these kids, I guess they dad owned the building, so they started throwing parties in the basement of the building. My homie who I started DJing with was friends with them. So literally like 6 months after like committing to like being a DJ, we're in this dirty, dingy basement of a shopping mall, like doing parties. And
But it's rocking every week.
yes, yeah, like it was.
Oh, it was a weekly.
It was a weekly. It's during the summertime. So
Wow.
so it was two sides to the space. Like in Long Island, you had the house side and you had the hip hop side. We were on the hip hop side, and I remember like playing Tracy Lee the Theme, Step Into a World. Like those were like my first records that I ever touched. Like it's just like I see it like it was just
Right.
you know what I mean?
Wow.
So where are you coming from right now?
Long Island.
Really? And you was partying with who were you?
Oh, you mean like today?
No, yeah, when you came in with the
bag.
bag. Yeah. Where were you coming from?
with the customs.
Where were you coming from with the luggage?
Nah. So I had a busy day today. Like I actually came. Like I started out early. I had my dingy clothes in there this morning. I had a meeting this afternoon. So it's like it's a suit in there. I had a meeting this afternoon, so I changed up. I'm not off the flight today, but it's just
okay.
it's literally 3 different outfits because I had 3 different situations
Right.
Going
today.
on today.
Yeah.
And now you're here stepping outside the booth.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
How about it? So I got a
Dope.
question for you.
Tell me.
I see you work with Fat Joe, Fabolous. Who else was on his list?
Lil Kim. There was
Lil
a bunch of
Kim.
them. There was a bunch of people.
Who
Jay
is
Sean.
your favorite artist to work with, or who is that artist that when you got to know them, you was like, hey, you're nothing like what the media or what people say you are. Who are you surprised to meet that was the opposite of what people think of them?
I'll just say I'll start with this. Everybody's regular people. Like at the end of the day, like all this like fluff you might see or like certain things they might do in the press. Everybody put their pants on the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nobody really surprised me per se.
Okay.
But like getting to know them like as a personality, like there's certain people I'm like, oh, I would actually hang out with you. Like we click.
Right.
Other people it's like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
Who would you hang out with? We're not gonna go with who you won't hang out with. but
So
who
I'll
would
say
you
this.
hang
I'll
out
say this. So for a while, he's like my little brother now, but Mac Wilds, Tristan. That's my little brother.
He's from Staten Island.
I love him, yo. That's my little brother. Like we talk about like family all the time. Like
We did a couple of parties with him.
we did a couple of
Yeah,
parties with him.
yeah.
Yes.
He was always fun. He was always fun to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Like
I hadn't seen him in a long time, but yeah, we did a couple of good
Yeah,
ones.
what's going on with his acting?
Tristan?
That was the Wire Boy.
Tristan is still out here plugging away. He's got a lot of things going
Okay,
on. Like
good.
I don't like talking about people's like what might be, what's
Right,
going
right,
on.
right,
but
right.
I know he's got a few projects that have already been recorded and done.
Oh, nice.
So he's out here.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
that's
We'll
a hell
talk
of a
about that
person, man.
aspect. We're gonna take a break real quick, but we're gonna
Okay.
talk about that aspect of your career, coming back.
Okay.
For Outside the Booth, y'all.
It's your girl BX, DJ Knuckles, DJ Commission, special guest DJ Reg West. Y'all stay tuned.
Reds from the West. West.
The kids have their station. Now you have yours. The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks. The kids have their station. Now you have yours. The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
Rick, that's your new name.
Y'all are crazy. Outside the Booth, we're back. DJ Commish BX.
Yeah. Mr.
DJ
212.
Knuckles, Mr. 212, and DJ Reg West,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother, is here.
Yes, sir.
And we had just touched a little bit on you working with artists and touring. So, did you get into that from school? Like, how did you get into that?
Okay, so touring, right? I honestly, it kind of fell into my lap.
Okay.
So to back up a little bit, when I was in a senior in high school, going into my freshman year of college, I had an internship at a recording studio called Rock and Reel, which is out in Long Island. Everybody from Eric Sermon, Redman, like all these dudes like recorded out there.
Why does that sound familiar?
So if you listen to some of Redman's albums, when you hear like the radio skits, they were recorded there.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
rest in peace to Dave Rock and Reel. He passed away a couple years ago, but he was the owner of the studio. He would do all the skits on Redman's albums.
Yo, they were funny.
Yes.
Redman's skits were hilarious.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like we used to have a lot of people come through, like local rappers, and one day, a DJ by the name of DJ 45 came through to do some cuts on somebody's song.
Yeah.
DJ 45 has been everybody's DJ. Like his resume is ridiculous, but we met that night. He was super cool, and fast forward like maybe like 6 months later, when I'm in college, I started doing mixtapes. I went to a local store that sold mixtapes. So like, yo, I got my first mixtape. I want to put it in the store for consignment. This dude was really cool. His name was Maximum Pressure. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but Maximum Pressure had this store in Deer Park, and he was like, yo, in the back of the store, I want to introduce you to somebody, DJ 45. So he's like, yo, 45, this is Reg West. And I'm like, yo, I met you at the studio, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I don't remember you, but like, good to meet you. Take my number.
That was honest.
So from there, I stayed in touch with him. I didn't know his resume was so crazy, but he was Puff's DJ. He was Kim's DJ. He used to be EPMD's DJ. He was Craig Mack's DJ. He DJed for Big, like a bunch of people. I called him one day. He was like, yo, you do parties out here, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, come with me. I got a party. Why don't you like keep me informed of what's hot? So I was like his young eyes.
Ears.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eyes and ears.
And I was his crate man. Like I was carrying his crates. Like, yo, you know,
what it
yo,
is.
you got to start.
Yeah,
what
that's
it
how you
is.
gotta start.
Bring the crates.
Yep.
That's what it
Bring
is.
the crates inside the club.
It's
Drive
what
the
it
car.
is.
Yep.
And we're going to Connecticut to do a party. Come with me. So he eventually trusted me enough that when he started doing like the shows with artists, I would tag along. So I would meet Kim. I would meet Kim's team. I had to stay outside for Summer Jam. They didn't have
A pass for you?
a pass for me. Shout out to Sean Perez. He didn't have a pass for me. Anyway, but yeah, I started there. So an opportunity came up. I was literally just graduating college, and they hit up 4-5 to do Genuine work, and the money was not what he's used to getting.
Right.
So they were like, but I got my man. And he started telling some stories like, yo, he DJs for Kim. I didn't DJ for anybody. Nobody.
I know you was
But he gave you the alley-oop, though.
Yo, he alley-ooped me like,
Yeah.
yo, go get this.
I hope you didn't mess it up with the wrong facial expression. Like, what are you talking about? You just played the spot like, yeah.
So, yo, off of his word, they used me. So I started doing, like, I'm on, what's Regis and Kathy Lee. I'm doing, like, all these shows, and, like it started to, like, pick up. I messed up the Genuine thing, like, because I wasn't ready.
Okay.
But 4-5 was moving on to do Fabolous, and Kim's team knew me. So 6 months in, I'm Kim's DJ.
You got one on your resume that threw me off, man. Good Morning America.
Yes, sir.
I didn't see it. You know, we do our homework with you, and I didn't see it. What were you doing on Good Morning America?
So that was a Mac Wiles gig, actually. He performed. And that turned into like me getting cool with Michael Strahan. I did some stuff for Strahan as well. But yeah, that was an interesting day. Like they, so this was when Mac Wiles was doing his press run, and the single "Own It" was out, and they pulled a tour bus up. We got off the tour bus, walked into the studio. It was very cool. It was a very cool
and that's
experience.
great to hear because, you know, me and Kamish talk about this so much, man. Like we came up with DJs that wind up growing into different things because they feel like it got to be two turntables in front of you to be labeled as a DJ. No, you can grow or you can start out as a DJ. They don't understand 85, almost 90% of these rappers and producers were the
DJs.
DJs.
Yeah, they were
So
DJs.
you are able to do other things. So to hear that you was on Good Morning America, me as a vet, threw me off like, wait a minute. Did you have the turntables on the coffee table? What happened? So the element of it being a different type of element, but still using your DJ tactics, is good for the listeners, and that's great for inspiration, man. To let these guys and girls that are listening, to let them know it's not just about the clubs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Bro,
let me tell you, So
let me tell you that he was the only one. Like there were people who I knew that toured, right? Like you toured,
right?
This guy was never home, ever. Like, he was always somewhere, and it was like a serious demand at one point. Like, it was
That's
like
crazy. That's awesome.
You were never home.
I had a good solid run with it, bro. Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, and I think that just outside of DJing, it changes your life.
Yeah.
You know, the very first time I went to Germany, you know, I'm coming from the street, and, you know, these guys is arguing and fighting on my block about who going to get the money on the corner so they could buy this new E20 wagon. You know what I mean? What color they going to get, what BBS they're going to put on it. But then I go to Germany, and that E20 sitting in the airport. And then I go outside, and it's a cab.
Right.
And then we drive past the Mercedes-Benz dealer, the actual house, and BBS is next to it.
Right.
So it gave me a different persona, like, wait a minute. There's something bigger than this. You know what I mean? This is a cab, and we kill each other. Now, when I go home, I got a different perspective.
I get that.
We're afforded so many views because we get to see outside of our block.
Exactly.
Like, and we have to come home and share with them. Like, yo, and it's something I tell people all the time. It's like, you go to Miami, you go to Atlanta, fam, save 5 more trips and go to Africa.
Yeah.
Go to Paris. Go see something else, so you can be inspired to go back there again. It's like the saying, like, once you fly first class, you don't want to fly coach again.
Exactly.
Right.
It's the same thing with traveling and seeing the world. You gotta go do it, B, because it'll change your life.
Yeah.
And luckily we were afforded that
Blessed.
opportunity.
We were blessed.
Blessed
Right.
with that opportunity. Right.
Blessed.
Yeah. 100%. Like, I mean, but you was one of the first that I've seen to do it in that way. And I was like, wow. It was inspirational to me.
Thank you, bro.
It's definitely inspirational to me.
Well, just to backtrack to when you said that people like confused us back in the day, right? Yo, before I knew you, like, people were like, yo, Commish! I'm like, no. I started to get irritated. I'm like, who's this Commish dude? And I met him. I'm like, yo, it's my brother. Like, yo, we good.
I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all two look.
That can be related.
You know what? You know
for
what it
sure.
is? You know what it is? If I grow a beard now, this time yesterday, before, because I
had a
shaved
beard
it.
yesterday?
Yeah, I shaved.
So why don't you
I
come
didn't
with
shave.
a beard one time?
I don't.
Yeah, Reg, do it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Reg. You could be.
Just kept it for the show.
You can be Reg East.
In the Big East with your St. John's.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Too funny.
No,
Too
we
funny.
we gotta figure that out. We gotta figure that out for sure.
Well, I know you're involved with a lot of stuff. There's one thing that I read you're involved with, and it's one of my favorite Yankee players, so you know where I'm going.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I just want to ask you to give us the details of that, because that's in the form of always talking about everything outside the booth.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I love him.
How did y'all meet up, and how's that going?
So Derek is one of the most humblest people I ever met in my life.
He looks
Yes.
like he
He
is.
is
Yo,
super humble.
He'll give everybody their 2 minutes of time. If you stop him in the street, I don't care if you're the janitor or the CEO.
Exactly.
He gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
That's
We're
so
gonna have a
nice.
conversation.
Yep.
Like, how's your day? You good? Wonderful. And once he feels that like you had the moment, I'm in the car. But
Right.
like, he's gonna give
He'll
everybody
give
that
you
time.
that time.
Yeah.
Give everybody that time, B.
Yeah, he
What
get-
other celebrities that you worked with are like Derek?
Derek is a 101. Keep it a buck. But I met Derek through so I'm really like, she's my sister, Charlie Jeter. That's his sister.
Right.
So we had mutual friends. And we started like, you
I already know.
He
I already know.
you know where we going.
I know exactly.
So we had mutual friends, and I ended up at a venue. Yo, I keep it a buck with you. So when I was DJing for Kim got locked up. Y'all know the story.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
I
that.
was there for the incident.
So during that time, my mom is sick. My mom's dying of cancer. I'm supposed to go back to Paris. I can't go. My money is low as crazy. And all of a sudden, like, I go to an event and, like, I feel a tap. She's like, hi, my name's Charlie. Nice to meet you. Derek's sister. Yo, I heard you do some great stuff. we'd love to have you come do an event for us. I did this small event. One event turned into the next event.
Wow.
One event, another event turned into another event. And now we have a great relationship that's
at least 15 years.
16
Yeah.
years later.
Almost as
Yeah.
long as you've known Camille.
Yes.
We was around,
That's
like
a
we was
great
all around at
relationship.
that time. Like we
It's
were all.
awesome that stuff like that can happen for you because people don't understand the little, those little moments are the one that turn into career lifetime or lifetime changes.
You want to get with people who are big on loyalty
Yes.
and big on like consistency. If you're not stirring no trouble, if you do good work, you show up on time, you don't bring 30 people with you when you come into work as a DJ,
Yeah.
you're gonna get booked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have that longevity.
Right.
So I try to move that way because it keeps me around all these years.
Yeah.
Still getting calls to go do tour work. Still getting calls to do some charity corporate work. That's the spot. The clubs ain't gonna survive you, Bree. Like unless like you're a Camelo,
Right.
or like a Flex. Like the clubs ain't forever.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Who's some of your DJ influences when you were growing up?
Oh, so I have a wide taste of music. So everybody from Jelly Bean to like Grandmaster Vic, JT, is local dudes. So I like to shout out because like you never hear about them. It's my guy DJ Nestor Niceness who taught me a lot about like hip hop mixing with house music, like dance, like Chicago house music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tech. They
The
still call it tech?
originals.
Whatever they call it, I love it.
Yeah.
But like the warehouse, like you know
Yes.
what I'm saying? I said Junior Vasquez, Mr. C was a big influence, like just from the radio, like the way that
course.
like any New York DJ listened to C before they went to the club because he was
Absolutely.
on right before he went to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like also Camelo. But also, like, not as I was growing up. I want to give him a shout out too because he's such a dope DJ, and I study him currently, like all the time. Shout out to my man DJ Get Live.
Oh my God.
Get Live
Yeah.
is a monster.
Wait a minute. Didn't you go to school with him though?
Nah,
I thought you went to school with him.
I only know him because we were in that organization together. That's how I met him. I knew who he was, but I didn't like we didn't become cool until that point.
Oh, I thought y'all knew each other from before.
Nah, just like us, like we clicked.
And you
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
study him to this day.
I study everybody, to be honest with you. Like as a DJ, like you can pick up it's like the saying, like if you stop learning, like you're gonna die.
Right.
Right.
And it goes with DJing too. I can like, oh my God, like that song that transition was good. I can do something different, but I just learned something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like we have to keep learning.
I used to call it doing homework.
You doing homework.
You're doing homework. You are doing homework.
You're never not a student. You're never not a student.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Get Live is as real as it gets.
yeah.
So you got to get him up here. How long have you known
It's
him?
gonna be a long shot. That's a long
That's
shot.
a
I
long-
already tried.
Get Live don't do interviews.
He don't
He
do
does
interviews.
not?
No.
Nah, he's very low key, very
Very
humble.
low key.
Like
He was like, but
quiet.
he's like, yo, he's like, Mish, I appreciate you reaching out though. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be hard to get him. It's gonna be hard to get him. But he's,
Well, at least
he's
you
a
could
real
get
deal.
At least you could get the Mish good looking out.
of course.
That's all you do. But we're going to take a break real quick. We're going to come right back. I have a question for you when we come back.
Oh, boy.
Oh. See, he catching on. He ain't been here 40 minutes.
Right.
You know.
Listen, we're going to be back with your boy DJ Reg West. It's your girl.
Why
BX.
not?
Commissioner, you ain't got nothing?
Yeah, outside the booth.
Okay.
Their station, now you have yours. The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks. Station, now you have yours. The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
That's why, Reg. That's just why I do what I do.
One of these days, these outtakes is gonna be.
The mic is going to stay hot one day by accident, I swear to God.
Wow.
People gonna give us a lot of money for this. They think we playing. Like you be popping off. It's 30 years or more. I didn't know you was gonna bring the real relationship on here. It's on, Cookie.
I'm
Wow.
just saying.
We got a guest. What are you doing?
Yes.
It's outside the booth. We're
There's some
back.
shenanigans going on up in here.
Yeah.
I mean, Knuckles. I'm
Wow.
just saying.
Now
But
you know what it
anyway,
is. It's the good feeling. You know what it is. Honestly, man, we've been blessed by being able to get some great people like you, and the stuff that we're hearing outside the booth, the conversations, the information for us. We get to see, even if we knew you for a long time or not, there's certain things we don't know. Yeah. We get to really feel why you're where you're at in your career. Because anybody come up here at this point, they in their career.
Yeah.
You know, all of us are literally in a career. Something that you practice, learn, master to a certain extent. That's a career. So it's a blessing to have somebody of your caliber here, man, for real. And your character
I appreciate your having me here, man. No,
it's great.
Yeah, I just want to know after, if ever, what's next for you? If and when you ever do decide I'm walking away from DJing.
Oh, so that's funny you asked that. I had this conversation yesterday with one of my friends, like, because I don't want to be 60. Put your hands in the air. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the same way I fell into DJing, I feel like I'm gonna fall into my next place. Like I have ideas of what I would like to do, but you don't know what God is gonna lead you to. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want to say for sure what that might be. I have a bunch of like things that I would love to do. So we'll see where the road takes me. And,
well, the dope part is that you take heed to it because you read your signs. Because go back when you said, you know, your mom was sick. You know, much prayers to you and the family for that. You got the tap on the arm. You couldn't go to Paris, but you got that tap on the arm, and you took that. So most people wouldn't have been in the place, you know, to even, okay, I couldn't go to Paris. Okay, I don't want to do nothing.
Right.
You took heed to that sign. That might have been mom. Like, boy, if you don't go to work, here you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to send a little pretty girl
facts.
to you. You'll listen to her.
It's facts.
You know what I mean? So you take heed to it. So I think that your future, whatever you're going to do, just like most of the other successful people that have taken heed and people that we look up to, I think you're going to be great.
Thank you, brother.
And if you got a wagon, just
You know what?
bring me and your brother along.
About me.
Oh, we got you. You're going to do makeup.
You know what? I cannot. So tell us, since you had such a close relationship with your mom and dad, what is something that your mom and dad instilled in you that, or said to you when you were growing up, that you still live by and carry on to this day?
Work hard.
That's it?
Yo, work hard. My father unintentionally birthed an entrepreneur because he was one.
Yeah.
My pops, my pops owned a gas station for 30 years. And like he owned one in Queens, then he closed that one and moved to Long Island. He had for like 5 years he had a club. For over the summertime, he had a hot dog stand. On Mother's Day, he would sell flowers, and I would be out there. Yo, flowers, $5.
Okay.
I would be with I would be having his flyers for his shop. I'd be on the corner, flyers, gas station. Like, yo, hustle,
Right.
hustle, figure it out.
Yeah.
You got your health, your hands, and your mouth. Go figure this out. You have no other choice. No one's
Right.
coming to save you.
Right.
Go figure this out, but have fun.
That's awesome.
Because that's what we did as a kid. I experienced so many things kids on my block were like envious of. Like I was in a helicopter at 10 years old riding over
I've never been in a helicopter.
we went on trips like my pops taught me that, and it's wild because like some of my friends on the block didn't have their dads. My dad was the dad. You know what I mean? Like
to all the
For
kids.
all of them.
everybody.
That's how my
Right,
grandmother was.
Yo.
She was everybody's mama.
Yo, somebody need a coat? Yo, come here.
Yep.
Let's go to get you a coat. You need a coat?
Wow.
Yo, help people, hustle, and grow, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's what they taught me, and
Nice.
that's all we can do.
And that's what you carry with you today.
Yeah.
Do you have children?
I have 2 young children. Yeah,
So what do they think about their dad being this super
they
DJ?
don't know nothing about it.
How old are they?
My son is 9. My daughter is 6. But it's funny. So I also work with Paul Russell, who had You're My Little Boo Thing.
Right.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
So
That song drives me nuts.
So when that song comes on, my son's like, I hate this song. but he's also funny about it because he'll tell people when if it comes on in the store,
Yeah.
my dad knows that guy. That's my
Yeah.
dad's friend. But he don't understand that it's work.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's interesting because they get to see what we do.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Since you bring that up, that guy, when he was on Good Morning America, was that you on the turntables?
I was not there. I was not there.
Because he had a DJ on his set
I
and he
thought-
had a band. He had a band.
He had a band. I don't know if he had a DJ that day.
It was a DJ there that day. Well, maybe it was just a different segment.
It's probably a different segment.
Okay.
Because for that they like we spoke about it and it just made sense to just have the band.
Okay.
So there was no band.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I know that there was some things going on. So when you said that, because every time that song comes on, no offense, I turn it off.
Hey.
I can't. That song is just too damn happy for me. It's just like it's just too happy.
It is a happy song.
It is a happy song, but I'm like,
Says the chick from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx too. I ain't happy
exactly. Put your right hand up. Put your left hand up.
A lot of boroughs in this building tonight. A lot of boroughs in this building tonight.
Listen,
Right.
do you have a bucket list right now that you have not completed yet?
On the DJ level, I have a few things. I'll put it in the atmosphere. I've never DJ'd I don't know about y'all, but as a kid, I watched Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve, New
Yes.
Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I want to DJ on that one year.
That's dope.
Like with an artist or pre-record me and like put me in someplace.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be in New York or you want to be in LA where it's warm?
Care. Yo,
don't
bro,
care.
I'll put the thermals on. I don't care.
Ryan Seacrest.
I'm gonna
I was
Hire
about to
him.
say that with the connections that you have.
Yeah.
That's the newer generation, right? Ryan Seacrest, and he does it with who?
Yeah, he
What's the
does
guy
with
named from
Sierra
CNN? He also did with the guy from CNN.
What, you talking about Anderson Cooper?
Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, Anderson
Yeah.
Cooper. Them,
Yeah.
and they love the new spirit. You know,
You
I
would
don't know if it's the
definitely fit
media.
that mold.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
you need someone to carry your
Oh,
crate,
Lord.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Need.
I don't want to be. If I was to do New Year's Eve, I'm going to
there.
LA. I'm going to
you
LA.
said you hate LA.
I love LA.
Nah, I got one better than that.
I'm not doing New York.
And I did it 12 years in a row.
Which
What's
one?
that?
New Orleans?
I went somewhere where I woke up and watched y'all break your New Year's in
Where?
New York. Australia, Lord
He
have
loves
Oh, wow.
Australia. He loves
Yeah, yeah.
Australia.
Australia's beautiful.
12 straight.
You was in. You was out there.
Yeah,
I
that's
went
on
out
his list.
I went out there with Fab. I love it out there, and it was too quick. I want to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
What,
much you loved
we-
it out there.
It was beautiful.
How is it traveling with Fabolous? He's so quiet.
Fab. So Fab as a person, he reminds me of me in certain aspects. He's like you said, he's quiet. Like Commissioner tell you, like I'm generally an introvert. Like as a DJ, you got to turn the switch on and go to work.
Right,
but
right.
like he's chill. So I he was cool. He was cool to work with. It was a nice run.
He was.
Dope.
My son met him in the airport. He said he was just real quiet, but he's cool. Like Derek Jeter, he gave my son like a minute or two just to talk to him and say what's up. So he is like,
Me and
like
Dave,
he's approachable too.
me and Derek used to wash our car at the same car wash,
wash?
Nice.
right across the bridge from the stadium.
Nice.
And used to be a older car wash right there, but they used to hand wash your cars. Pulled in and his forearms, dogs.
Yeah.
I get out the car, he stared there, he was like, it's nice. He's looking at the wrist, he said, yo, it's nice. I was like, oh, thanks, bro. Never looked up because he's here. And I
Yeah.
never looked up. So I was like, all right, because I know I'm safe. We in Harlem. We right at the
Right.
edge of Harlem, right by the
But
bridge.
he-
And he had this big Benz truck. And I happened to look at the truck and seen the grill and seen the difference in the pieces that I'm used to seeing. It was big. I went, oh, wow, okay. And then I'm looking at him, and the backdrop for his face was the stadium. So I'm looking at him and go, you got a game today? He said, yeah, man, but I just want to wash my car because after the game, I'm heading on back home or whatever. And I said, oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. And he hit my arm. I was like, I don't know, man.
My
But he was
grandmother
like-
loved him.
Yeah, he was
These
such a
people like,
gentleman.
oh, his thighs. That's what she, my grandmother.
Wow.
Oh, his thighs.
That's G-Ma talk. That's G-Ma talk.
Oh, his thighs.
What a mess.
My grandmother was crazy. I have a question for you.
Tell me.
Who, in your opinion, or in your top artists, just any genre of all time, dead, alive, or in jail?
Of course, you had to end jail, right?
I had
jail
to do
part,
it.
wow.
I had-
Had to in
because
jail.
we can't exclude him.
You can't.
Some of them going to take that personal, and they in the building probably.
Right.
Meet us downstairs.
Right.
I mean, for me, I guess the shoot from the hip answer is Michael Jackson. That's probably my most
Dope.
because his catalog from what age 5
Yeah.
to what
Yeah.
like 50.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's undeniable. Like you can play a 4-hour set of Michael Jackson and
Right now, and
hits.
nobody will get tired.
And there's an era of his albums when he was trying to break him solo first from the 5, and he has like 3 or 4 albums solo that nobody know about. And
I don't know about it.
ooh-wee,
You got joints.
Got
Yeah.
joints, boy.
jammies.
Joints.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You seem so mysterious.
People say that.
You give me mysterious. So tell us 2 truths and a lie about you, and Kamish got to guess what the truth is.
2 truths and a lie.
2, yeah. I mean 2 lies and 1 truth.
Oh.
Like what 2 lies and 1 truth.
Oh man. Okay.
For people that don't know you,
Wow.
or even Kamish, since it's been 20 years.
Yeah, you got some on commission? We need it. I got $20.
2 lies, 1 truth.
Yes.
Okay.
About you, yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. I enjoy. This is gonna be weird. Wow. Okay. All right. So, because nobody knows this.
Curveballs.
Okay.
I love throwing curveballs.
Nobody knows this, but I love. Like, so I'm an MTV kid, right? Mm-hmm. I grew up watching MTV, like that's how like I got my broad like musical taste.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like, I love REM.
Okay.
Like I have like all their albums. Like it goes back to like what was the first song? It came on MTV that I saw. It was Happy People. I'm like, yo, that's different. But I picked up the catalog, and that's like when I'm driving home from the club, when I do clubs and I need like some non-hip hop music.
Yeah, that's what you put on.
That song.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's your truth then.
Yes.
But I wanted us to guess which one was the truth. You're supposed to tell us just,
That's not the truth.
That's not the truth.
That wasn't the truth. 2 more.
Okay.
2 more.
That's not the truth, though.
No, that wasn't the truth. Wow. So I used to rap, and I have CDs in my house that were pressed up with my face on it, and we were gonna put it out. This is like early 2000.
Is he lying?
Like 2000, 2001? Yeah, like early 2000s. Like me and my man, we used to rap, and like that was the first thing before DJing, like rap.
I'm gonna say that's not true.
You're going to say that's not true? What's the last one? So you like REM,
No.
you was a rapper, and then what's the last one?
I think that's true.
You think that's true?
You know why? Because he said his face is pressed on the CD. He went as far as saying that.
He went to say his face. That's
but-
the one that got me.
No,
is his
but
face being pressed on the CD.
I
I
think it's
think
true.
he's telling the truth because remember he said all rappers were once DJs first.
Mm-hmm.
So was that before or after?
He also said before DJing.
Sheesh.
Yeah, all of us
you
had
got
trial
one
and
more,
error
so you got
periods.
one more. So which one? Yeah, now I don't know if they was truth, but you got 1 lie or 1 truth to tell.
Okay, so 1 more, right?
Yeah, 1 more.
Okay. I am cousins
Oh shoot.
with Chris Tucker.
No way.
First, third, South Carolina cousin.
I'm going with the rapper. I'm saying he's a rapper. I'm going with he was a rapper first. What are you going with?
I'm not sure because I know he did something recently with Chris Tucker.
Ah. You going
You
with
was
the Chris
at
Tucker?
NJ Pack.
NJ Pack sold out room. That's crazy.
Wow.
So you
How did that even happen?
What?
Chris Tucker. But wait, let's
His
get the
cousin.
truth. Wait, let's find it. So that's it. All right, he's going with cousin. Which one are you going with?
I'm going with the CD.
You going with the CD. He's a rapper. So we both saying you're a rapper. He's saying the cousin. What's the truth?
I have CDs in my house with my face painted.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
I got that
did-
wrong.
Bam, 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 bam.
So I was terrible. Like atrocious. Atrocious.
Did you do your own production? Because you was at school at the time, right?
I was at school at the time, but no, I didn't do my own production. But I recorded myself because I had the studio.
Right.
So my man was nice, and like as I got I rapped since I was like 15. Talent shows. We went over to talent shows in high school, but I went to a white high school, so ain't nobody like rapping like us.
Right.
But like once you like, it's like when you play ball and like you get to like high school, like oh, they really balling. I'm not nice.
Right.
So, but anyway, like to keep a long story short, my man was nice, so I started to like fade out of the rap, and I started managing him. But we did have faces on the CD. Like my man 4-5, he used to print up CDs, so like we had our faces on the CD and everything.
Dope.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll never see the light of day because you never.
Not even a leak joint?
No.
Accidentally?
No.
Yeah.
Never.
But you did eventually get into production.
Yes, I do remixes. I've been fortunate enough. I did an official remix for Otis Redding sitting on the dock of the bay. I got commissioned to do that remix, and it came out, and it was.
I remember that.
The family loved it.
That's fire.
Oh wow! So the family approved of that.
The family approved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because most of them own they own like the estate. You would have to hit the estate, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
How did that happen? The label got that. for you?
So yes, one of my homies who works for the label, like he loves the remixes, so he was like, yo, would you do an official one? I'm like, you paying? Like, what we doing?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, it came through, and that was very cool, very very cool.
Nice.
That's not was your only one though.
That's the only official one, but like we've done like
Yeah, you've done. I got a few of yours.
like 30, 40 remixes.
Yeah. Would you continue that?
It's hard,
Especially in this day and age.
It's
with the
hard
game.
because like I don't know, like remember like when I was doing it consistently, and I would put them out for like consumption. I would get the red flags. They would get taken down. Like all the DJs are playing them, but if I can't like get it to the masses, what's the point?
Right.
So then I would try to go to the labels, and the labels would always like say no, like because we had the relationships with the labels, but
Right.
always get shut down. So I just
Because the legal side of the building was what the relationship that we didn't have.
That's right.
Right? We had the artistic side of the building on Smash, but the legal side, them people be fighting in their own building.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
People don't remember.
Yeah.
And as DJs, we stand there and look at them. I'm like, y'all in the same building. Y'all over here acting a fool. Y'all in the same
he
building.
gave me the music. Why are you mad at me?
You 5 floors down, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
That's why they called you the angry DJ. Look how mad you got just
it's
now.
true.
It's true.
But it's true.
That's
Because it's
crazy.
messing up money.
That's
Your
crazy.
man telling you, oh yeah, do this, and we got this. We gonna cut this check for you. Downstairs, nah, you can't do that.
That's crazy.
But y'all in the same building. Y'all not gonna speak to each other?
No. The right hand never knows what the left hand is doing.
It's crazy.
It's been a thing for years. But we're going to take one last break before we come back and close out with DJ Reg West. Y'all stay tuned because Knuckles got his hypothetical question of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your girl BX, Knuckles,
Yeah.
Kamish,
What
DJ
she
Reg
said.
West. Y'all stay tuned.
What she said.
The kids have their station. Now you have yours. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. .com. This is New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019, a Nexus radio station.
Here we go. You know what? Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the show. The wonderful Kamish, PX.
What?
And I'm Mr. 212. We here with the one and only, the infamous, and yeah, I'm putting that on there, Mr. International, the passport filler. I'm going to let you borrow that name
Thank you,
for a
sir.
minute.
Appreciate
The passport filler, DJ Reg West. West, this the part of the show, man. It's called a hypothetical question. Actually, we created, but I get to ask it. We're in a tough time. We're never really not in a tough time. And DJs live according to how we live. And I always said that DJs fit every season, every problematic problem we have. If there's no jobs, people want to party. They want to hear music. They're celebrating everybody's working. They want to spend money. You know what I mean? It's back to school in September. They still come out and, I ain't going to buy 2 drinks. I'm going to buy 1. I got back to school clothes to buy. They find a way to get to us. We saw the world get shut down. In our lifetime, in our generational lifetime, it threw us off. We've been through some stuff because I'm sure you're of age where you've seen blackouts and stuff like that. But we're in a different time now, man. And we have somebody that's in control and he's pressing buttons where he can turn the lights out on different things in detail. Long story short, if we can't fly no more, we can't move around no more. Because during COVID, I got to travel a lot. God bless me and a couple other DJs to be able to still travel. And we able to make a couple of dollars because we do this for a living, some of us.
Yes.
What would you do if things are shut down? Now, you answered some of it earlier. Being trained from the entrepreneur of your dad.
Yeah.
what exactly do you think you'd be doing if, God forbid, they say, okay, D.J. Day is over. Can't fly, you can't do nothing.
Wow. So I just have an interest in the arts like as a whole, right? So I might jump into photography. I might start a business that's helping the homeless. Like I just want to be of service. You know what I mean? Like because I feel like as DJs, we're in a service business.
We're 100% in a service business.
The same way that you said, like people want to come out and celebrate. People they lost their job, they still want to come out and forget.
Yeah.
We're in the business of giving people relief.
Yeah.
So whatever that is, like I still want to be of service. You know what I mean? So I think that's where my calling is. It's just service.
That's
I
awesome.
I agree with you.
That's
100%.
awesome. And you being at 5 towns opened you up to a lot of things in that field where photography didn't even shock me when you said it, because that's what you went to school.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
you-
you chose to go to school
And you
for
came
at
from the
one point.
beginning with it too, because I
Yeah.
ain't hear the word splice in about 20 years.
Yo,
I'm about to say, would film be a part of that too? Or just editing or something like that?
film, I have interest in it, but I don't know enough about it to like say this is what I want to do. And to be honest with you, film is
That's hard.
rough right now too.
Very.
It's rough to make a living in film right now too.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, but you write too. You say you should write your rhymes. Don't get me wrong. You hold on before you laugh. Wait, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
MC Reg West.
Hear me out. I'm gonna tell you why I said that, because some of the greatest rappers we know, we are the DJs of the era. We listen to the whole album,
Right.
Yes.
and there were fillers on there. Y'all know what the fillers was.
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
fillers on there in between the second single and the first single that sold the album and all that stuff. So there's records that wasn't great on there.
Sure.
That you might not even listen to today, even though he became this big artist, but they're fillers. And maybe if you really listen to it, you can hear what he was doing. Because I'm sure he was like, yo, I'm going to just put this here. But it made the album, you know?
Right.
But you used to write records. Maybe it's a story in that. Maybe you can write a sitcom or something like that.
So to your point, all of us as DJs, if you're a quality DJ, you're a storyteller.
Right.
Exactly.
Because if you start yeah,
I just spoke about this last night on social media.
you are a storyteller.
Yeah.
Like from the time that the venue opens to the time the venue closes, this is a
Tell a
roller
story.
coaster ride.
Yeah.
We're starting at the bottom. We're getting here. We're gonna do a lot of these, and then we're gonna get off the ride. You have to have a vision for that. Without all these promoters and managers and whoever in your ear, the bottles are coming out. Change the song. Nah, fam. Let me
Exactly.
Let me cook.
Yeah.
That's my
okay,
joint.
let him cook.
That's my joint.
Let
Let
him
me cook.
cook. Let him cook.
Listen, I just mentioned this yesterday on my social media. I was like, listen, I was like, I appreciate, and this goes back to COVID. I was like, I kind of appreciate the time of being in COVID because it forced me to stream. And I was like, I don't even know if I liked streaming at the time, but I'm like, I appreciate it now 5 years later because I'm still doing it. I'm like, I have become a better storyteller.
Yeah.
A better storyteller in front of a camera because of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was so used to DJing in front of an audience that I didn't think I could DJ in front of a camera. And no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, but you have to be able to tell that story in front of that camera so that these people who are on the other side believe and want to continue to tune in.
Just picture somebody dropping it like it's warm in front of
Oh
the
my
camera.
God.
Right behind them.
My face
she
hurts.
just dropping it like it's warm.
My face hurts right
It's
there.
actually harder because you don't have that energy to feed off.
You
of
don't.
to know if you're going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
You have to just keep plowing through. Pause.
And you have to really, to me, the way I do it is that you really have to know your knowledge of the music that you're playing to tell that story of that time for that some person to relate to it.
So we're like dictators. We not dictators.
Hey,
Like
yo,
diction. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I saw
Come on,
her face.
bro.
I said it for.
Come on, bro. Like we just had
You know
a
what?
situation.
You know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Pause that?
Yeah, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna
You gonna
pause. I'm gonna
it?
pause.
Okay.
I'm from Harlem. I better pause it because I'm gonna get home. It's gonna be
Appreciate you.
on.
Listen, before we go, what advice would you give to a up-and-coming young DJ West after everything that you've been through and accomplished?
To a young me.
To a young you. What advice would you give your young self?
Or if your son got up tomorrow and was like, these turntables is mine, what would you tell him?
Yeah.
Well, it's two different things. So to answer the first question, I would be more cognizant of my business, because even though this is fun, you got to make sure your money is right. You got to make sure the paperwork is good, because everyone's going to try to take advantage of you.
Yep.
That's what I would tell my younger self. Like, I enjoyed all the experiences, but I could have, and I've done a lot of amazing things, but I've kind of done more if my paperwork and I was about my business. But if I was to tell my son or whoever coming up, yo, I want to DJ, I would tell them to practice. I would tell them to because there's no mentorship anymore. Like everybody's able to be their own like entry point. Like, all you need is a controller and a thumb drive, and you can go to work.
Yeah.
Like, I would believe, like, yo, get a mentor, follow somebody, go watch DJs for 6 months. Like, you gotta study, because this is still a job at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to be good, or you just want to be having and you like, fam, let's work.
Right.
We're here to provide a service, do your job, and do it well.
Right.
You want the last? Do your homework.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
Do your homework.
So
Yeah.
tell everybody where they can reach you and book you and
On the
follow
West.
you.
Oh boy.
On the West.
Yes.
So DJRegWest.com is the website. If you're following on social media, it's at DJ Reg West, DJ REGWEST. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. And yeah, that's what it is.
Yes,
So
sir.
y'all find them, book them, follow them. Follow us too and give us 5 stars. Stop playing with us.
For sure.
Stop
DJ
playing.
Reg
Well, thank you,
West.
Reg,
I
for
appreciate
coming
y'all.
through.
This is amazing.
Appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate y'all.
I'm glad you had the lotion on standby just in case Knuckles needed it. I appreciate that. Love you, bro.
Welcome to our house. Welcome to our house.
It gets brutal over here sometimes.
This was fun.
Everybody give a round of
See the
applause for our
mediator
special
over
guest, DJ Reg West. It's your girl, BX, Mr. 212
Why not?
Knuckles, and DJ Kamish.
So I'm still on my St. John's high.
Yeah, hopefully I get a call for the next game. How about it? Yeah.
You got NCAA money?
I got hookups.
Here we go.
I got hookups. Hookups. Big Steve, coming for you.
Oh, okay.
It's your girl, outside the booth.
Outside
Thank
the
you.
booth.
Later,
Outside
y'all.
the
Y'all
booth.
stay tuned.
Outside the booth.
The kids have their station. Now you have yours. The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.